Terraria, one of my favorite games of all time. Since the days of old I've been playing Terraria. I'm playing on mobile when it was stuck in 1.2, to now, we're approaching our 7th final update. That begs the question, doesn't it get a little too samey? Well, yeah. Clearly I'm not the only one who's thought this. Between its multiple difficulties, secret seeds, self-imposed challenges, and endless sea of mods, there's near infinite ways to play this game. But with all that comes another problem. Indecisiveness. I'm far too brainwashed by social media to make my own decisions. Like, what soup do I eat? Pumpkin? Sounds like a deal. I don't even fucking like pumpkins. So, as the only logical course of action, I put a bunch of stupid challenges on a wheel, and I'm gonna spin it after every boss. Without further ado, I give you Bob. Bob here is an absolute specimen and unit of a man. His name is also one letter away from being boob. In world creation I chose Crimson, cause Crimson on top, and set it to master, cause mama didn't raise no bitch. This playthrough starts like any other by mining down a few trees. I do the usual deforestation gimmick to lay the grounds for future commercial properties. Then, it's time to set off, in search of treasure the likes of which this world has never seen. I'm of course instantly blessed, and find a cloud in a bottle with warding. I was hoping this could be a good omen for my Terraria journey's start. I feel luck like this is only mentioned in legends. Foreseeing the coming night, I find my way into the caves. This is where I craft my first gear. I'm sure to succeed. One torn off face later, I decided to just chill and make a cozy little house. I also made a chest room for me and my absolute best friend the guide. After the sense of accomplishment I get from building a relatively mid house, I decided to go exploring. Skies began clearing when I got my first life crystal. The sun was shining warmly on my back. Well, one little trap isn't gonna break my spirits. I know I have to go back and destroy it, to reclaim my honor, and defeat the forces of evil. No big deal. I was just a little unlucky there, that's all. Just gotta go back and show this trap who's boss, you know, just... Oh my god. Alright, this stupid fucking trap. Thinks it's fucking better than me or something? Huh? Yeah, that's right, bitch. But then it was hook time, baby. Oh yeah, direction and magnitude. Oh yeah. I am thoroughly unprepared for this. I don't have enough ammo to take down King Slime, let alone the meticulous onslaught of unrelenting jelly. Not to mention, I don't even have an arena. I'm under more pressure than dirty concrete. As I struggle through King Slime's gooey minions in a futile attempt to make an arena, the nurse and demolitionist arrive. They provide the necessary support I need to take down the slime army. All that's left is to fight the king. Huh? It is clear to me that King Slime seeks a more worthy opponent. Even after I slammed out all his goons, he knows I'm not ready. So it's time to get hard. In the form of a very simple 3-step plan. It starts with getting loot. Getting the loot. Okay. Let's just speed through this. So, I was looking for a pyramid when a blood moon spawned. After slugging through it and not dying, I tried going to the shimmer for absolutely no good reason, but sensibly changed plans to searching the underground jungle. Oh, I'm gonna lose it! I was quick to find a shoddy, which I couldn't yet use, and upon going deeper, I found some garbage, then died. I went back to claim the chest, and thank God, it had Hermes boots. Along with that, the chest to the left had a much better boomstick. While doing all this, I was picking up every bit of gold and tungsten I could find, and after getting my man ape, I decided it was time to craft the first piece. Is it raining? Or is that just my drip? Now that we've finished the hop, I'm a skip and a jump away from sticking it to Mr. Sticky. What's the second step, you ask? Well, a cozy little arena in which we would brutally fight to the death. The final piece is of course going to be this handsome stud, as I need ammo for the gat. This means I must travel to the Crimson and seek the heart-shaped orb. Honestly, I was under the impression that this was going to be a fairly menial task. I was wrong. Bro! What? Bro, these spawn rates are cooked! I can't go anywhere! Oh my god! In the end, I seized victory, but unbeknownst to me, victory was laced with Fent. Naturally, I went to get some lava. Or not. After many attempts, I'm forced to resort to cheap tricks. After finally being allowed to descend, well, honestly, I'm not quite sure what this is. But then, a stroke of luck. A fairy that actually leads to something other than a chest I looted 5 seconds ago. This is groundbreaking. Why is there a jungle bat here? I'm unfortunately sent cowering home with hopes of crying about this to my best friend the guide, just to find out that I'm all alone in this world, and without bucket. Even after all this, I persevere. I'm finally able to bask in the glory of slowly watching my enemies burn. Then, instead of going to therapy like a normal person, I take out my frustrations on a home invader. In the very breath I take out said home invader, the arms dealer decides to move in. Now that everything's in order, it's time to fight King Eye of Cthulhu. Given that this is vanilla Eye of Cthulhu and it's not that interesting, let me take this time to explain the rules of the challenge. Like you already know, I have to spin the wheel after every boss, which also means I'm going to be beating every boss. This will be important later. If you've made it this far, you're no doubt wondering what's on the wheel. The challenges range from restricting certain groups of items to changing the way I have to play the game entirely. And like you're about to see, some of the harder challenges only apply to one boss fight. So with the first boss finally taken out, it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. You know what? That ain't bad, that ain't bad. I concur, pass me with bad haircut. Wand of Spark King is going to mean that I have to beat the next boss with the Wand of Sparking. Not bad. This is easily the best first challenge I could have got. I was dreading getting this before Wall of Flesh. By the way, I'm not going to waste this challenge on just King Slime. I actually decided to do both King Slime and Brain of Cthulhu with it, just for an extra bit of challenge. Also, as you can see, I had to world hop to actually get one, because I didn't have one in my world, and I picked up a sandstone and a bottle and enchanted sword while I was there. Forgive me for my sins. Now, back in my world, I found the Goblin Stinkerer. I copped the Tinker Table along with a fresh set of boots that look absolutely fab. The next order of business is to get the Mage Armor set from the jungle, for a slight boost when using the Wand of Sparking. The jungle is, at no point in the game, safe. I learnt this when I got cheated on by a man-eater. Bro, what? Why does this man-eater have infinite reach? I also discovered this anomaly. It's a tree growing atop another tree while surrounded on both sides by lava. This is a good reflection of exactly how I feel in the jungle. By the way, I purposely decided to put the jungle armor, which is better than tungsten, in my second slot. Then I ran the Sky Island gimmick. I died because of Minecraft game mechanics. And I did my due diligence by building some houses next to the shimmer. Now that I'm finally done with chores, it's time for a rematch. The slimy bastard tried to get a sneak attack on me, which I dodged. Unbeknownst to him, I have a strategy. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. But the smaller they are, the easier it gets to make them bite the curb. So I hit him with the classics, such as, "Sir, you are looking rather rotund as of late." Hey, ever considered Ozempic? It worked. Now reduced to a mere fraction of his former size, I dealt the final blow. And now we spinning the wheel. We're spinning the wheel. No, why? Why that one? True swordsman, true melee, pretty self-explanatory. Now that projectiles are off the menu, I switched to the best weapon I had. Excuse me, what the actual fuck? I tested it against the eye and yeah, this thing fucking sucks. Either way, it's still one of sparking for the next boss. So I built I built an arena. After a little bit of prep time, I'm ready to beat Big Brain. Or at least, I was ready. Turns out I got ganked by a slime and my S key stopped working. Bro, I can't go down, my S key is broken! Needless to say, this one was a failure. Let's try that again, shall we? Our second bout is in my favor. My health remains stable in the first phase. Also learned that I can't aim for shit. Come second phase, my wand is hitting like a wet blanket. Unfortunately, I'm overwhelmed and end up dying. I did, however, get enough materials to make the Deathbringer pickaxe, so I went on a shame-fueled mining session. I finally got to the other side of my world, which I've heard is China. Not exactly what I was expecting. Anyway, I mined a bunch of hellstone. No obsidian skin, would not recommend. Plus, I got saved by a hellbat.
Get down, Mr. President!
Eventually, I did decide to stop procrastinating and prepared for the third match. In his first phase, I focused on dodging. I managed to keep my health above 17 hearts going into the second phase. Once I'm in the second phase, I realized something that would be crucial to winning this fight. I could track the real brain using the on fire debuff. However, in this moment, it did not help, because I suck. Things only got worse from here on out. A seemingly harmless slime rain caused one of the worst things to happen over the course of this entire challenge. It seemed that from here, there was only one thing left to do. At this point, my bad performance could be chalked up to one thing: a lack of PEDs. Performance enhancing drugs. So there's only one thing to do. Now with the correct stimulants, it's time for what could be the grand final. Oh my god, what a shitter. Easy. See that, Olympians? It's that easy. Let's see what we get, let's see what we get. I don't even remember what that one is. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not remember what that is. I'll just be completely honest. Alright, so I just checked my notes, and yeah, I am no longer allowed a dashing accessory. I at least got the brain confusion, but yeah, I guess you will not see me with a dashing accessory from this point on. Ever again. You will be missed. In preparation for what's to come, I mine more hellstone to complete a full set of armor. Next is building the mandatory arena on top of the dungeon.
What the fuck is that?
Oh hell! As night fell, I made my way to the dungeon to turn a crusty old man into a giant skeleton. During our fight, he was getting very touchy, so I took away his hand-having privileges. He began chasing me relentlessly, and eventually I got sent to the fucking bone zone, apparently. I'm telling you, this guy's a freak for real, bro. I begrudgingly come back the following night for a rematch. The first phase is as easy as ever, but I can't say the same for the second phase. Usually I would just circle around him while he shoots the skulls, but without a dash, it's too easy to get caught by projectiles and contact damage. Especially because I'm true melee. So I need to find a new way to dodge. It's things like this that make the challenge fun and interesting. Until he pulls this bullshit. Like, Wrath, are we even watching? Like what? This is clearly cheating. Obviously, I lack one thing in life. It's not height, it's not swagger, and it certainly ain't drip. It's money. Money, money, money. Money to match fix this stupid fight, because apparently that's what we're all doing now. So without further ado, I give you Gnome Farm. All you gotta do is find the trees, mine the leaves, find walls, build platform, jungle biome, boom, boom, done, easy. And now that I got a little motion, let's try this again. Just like the second fight, I managed to keep almost all of my HP going into the second phase. Except this time around, I am absolutely finessing these skulls. I believe the newfound weight in my pockets is enough intimidation to throw off his aim. So just like that, I beat him, as the new, much wealthier me. Oh wait, I have to spin the wheel. Abandonment issues means medium core, which also means Boob is getting the boot. And I will be introducing you to Charlie. Charlie here is an orphan. Very sad. Why is he an orphan? Or rather, how is he an orphan? Well, Moonlord eliminated Charlie's parents, leaving him with some pretty bad abandonment issues. It's so bad he even abandoned his hair. Shit's tragic. Charlie is also quite sneaky. Nothing to see here. Nothing at all. After remapping a decent chunk of my world, I craft the Night's Edge. But upon trying to reforge it, I got absolutely rinsed by Robin Tinkerer. He steals indiscriminately and keeps everything for himself, like the greedy little shit he is. It is at this point I would like to appreciate me, for having the hindsight to build a gnome farm. Thank you, me. After more than 2 entire platinum coins, I finally got godly, which isn't even the best reforge. While building some housing in the jungle, I had the bright idea to map out the jungle temple. So that's exactly what I did. No. Oh my god. No. Dread. A word described as great fear or apprehension. But I think it is better described as that feeling when you die in the jungle on medium core. Oh, fuck, look at this. Nah, I'm actually an orphan. The first order of business is armor, where I of course pick up tungsten in favor of jungle armor to assert dominance. Next, I need a weapon. Wait, I can't even use that because I'm true melee! Finally, some accessories. I do not have backup accessories for this. Now ready, I begin making my way through the jungle. Holy dodge. No! Even with only a copper short sword to my name, there is hope in my heart. I'm not giving up. What? What am I looking at? What is this bullshit? How do you expect me to get through this? No, no, no. Fuck off, bro. Fuck off. Nah, it's already done. It's already done. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel, but I'm in luck, because at this point, a safe path has been paved. I can see it. I can see the finish line. Alright, I can beat this skeleton. Finally reunited with my items, I can never be hurt again. Yeah, bitch. Run.
Kill yourself! What? No!
This was it. The last possible attempt. All I have left is a slime hook, shoe spikes, climbing claws, and hatred against every reptile. I am going to get my items back and kill that grimy little fuck of a lizard if it's the last thing I do. Nothing will stand in my way. This wasp tries, but I won't let it. In the art of war, patience is key. Sun Tzu argued that the patient leader prepares himself to be invincible and then waits for the opportune moment to strike. So that's what I did. When the wasp turns its back, I close the distance. When it packs itself into a corner, I block its escape. Now for the final boss. The lizard. I recognize his pattern and wait patiently for the opportune moment. Now he is trapped. After making it past some jungle bats, I am finally allowed to rest. But what's more important than rest is revenge. I forgot. I actually forgot. Nah, you're a bitch. The battle may be over, but I have not won the war. You see, I did something stupid. As you know, I have to beat every boss. Every boss. Which would have been fine had I made my world a drunk world, but worry not, for I have a plan. Huh? Desperate times. After waiting for the corruption to spread, I craft the spawner, then realize I need to build underneath this platform so that it won't despawn. Onto the fight. Due to my immense swagger and absolutely nothing to do with the Night's Edge being broken, I take him down without breaking so much as a sweat. I much deserve to win after what I just went through. Being a hobo means having no shoes. It will be missed. I gotta take off my boots. It was a good run. Quite frankly, I might just keep them in the vanity slot because they're dapper. I mean, shit. Now that I'm slower than I started, I decided to do the most stationary activity possible. Fishing. I started at the beach, then continued on to fishing in every biome across my entire world. Like I said, the most stationary activity possible. I know a lot of you just fell asleep. It's time to fight a boss. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a queen bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat ass body off the ground. The queen bee, of course, flies anyway, because the bitch don't care what I think. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Being misguided means that I will no longer have access to the guide or wiki for the rest of this playthrough. But that isn't the hard part of this challenge. The hardest part is saying goodbye. I of course had to make the guide a nice beach house to live out the rest of his days in relaxation. Even though we could never speak again, I made an effort to get the pylon. Did you see it? As it turns out, getting the ocean pylon is not that easy when you don't have a single clue which NPCs like the ocean. Oh, I can't search up who likes the ocean! This fuck-ass game. Fuck! Eventually, I'm forced to rely on the forbidden jutsu. The next order of business is to make a small arena in the snow biome. Let me break something down to you real quick. A warmth potion decreases damage from cold-themed enemies by 30%. Deerclops is a cold-themed enemy. Unsurprisingly... Bro, I don't know how to make a fucking warmth potion. Now, I've looked up how to make a warmth potion since beating Wall of Flesh. Spoilers, let me show you the ingredients. A frost minnow and a shiverthorn. What the fuck do either of these things have to do with being warm? But you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and just complain. So here is the list of items I think would make more sense as ingredients. The mere fact that dayblooms aren't an ingredient is a crime, by the way. Like, day is warm, bro. Day is warm. Anyway, for those wondering, no, I do not have the slightest inkling as to what the fuck you need to make a Deerclop summon. Thankfully, I remember that he has a chance to spawn during a blizzard, and that means we get to wait for one. I wonder how long this usually takes. What? Oh, fuck! It's raining! And now, we get to wait around even more for Deerclops to spawn. Yippee! Holy shit, I thought that was it. I thought he was gonna spawn right there. What the fuck? Bro, that would've been so aura. As he spawns in, so do feelings of fear and doubt. I have the most minimal mobility in this fight. That, along with all of the movement debuffs he throws at you, is gonna mean I have a snowball's chance of dodging any of his attacks. Without that extra 30% damage reduction, I have no idea how to win this fight. Bro, he does no damage. Forget everything I just said. Holy shit. Alright, well that was easy. Alright. Alright, come on. Anything but Southpaw. Dead ass? Are we dead ass? Calm the fuck. Oh! Southpaw means that for the Wall of Flesh fight, I'm gonna have to play with my mouse in my left hand and my keyboard in my right. To soften the blow, I figured I would minimize the damage with a mount. Oh yes! Yes, it can run, oh my god. I wasn't sure that it would work the same as the unicorn mount, but with this newfound knowledge comes hope. At long last, I've decided to do a dungeon segment. After the way Skeletron was touching me during our fight, this place gives me the creeps. Did I mention they had some poor woman tied up in here? Like, I just know these skeletons are freaks, bro. Got my loot and dipped ASAP. After all that action, I need to cool off and just build a potion room. I won't lie, doing this whilst bald and wearing glasses does make me feel like I'm breaking into some bad territory. And now, we reach the inevitable last chapter of this story. For now. It unfortunately starts with building a hell bridge. I skip this almost every time. It's just so much more convenient to get Terra Spark boots or a water walking potion, but that really isn't an option in my situation. I need the ground to stay mostly flat so I don't slow down on my mount, or that could easily be the end of the fight. I did die once while building the bridge, and it was not pretty. No! Fuck! That shit just looks like I did it on purpose. Like, that straight up looks like I did it for the clip. I don't even know, man. Bro, I'm such a greedy fuck. I keep all of the good healing potions on my character. What is wrong with me? By some miracle, I got to my stuff without dying. Whew. And eventually, I get the bridge to a satisfactory length. This is a long enough bridge, right? I mean, it's pretty fucking long. To make up for the lack of movement speed, I decided to decorate hell with some pretty flowers. And with all affairs in order, the only thing left to do is take on the wall. Holy shit, that was easy. Bro! I made this whole fucking thing and only used like a third of it. What the bullshit? After a slightly anticlimactic ending, the first chapter of this story is over. Alright, we're on. Alright, first and foremost, thank you for watching. This is literally like my first video ever, so any support would be appreciated. A bit of like and subscribe action. Yeah, alright. Just wanted to say I'll be streaming the rest of this challenge about a week or so, give or take a couple days. And if you have any ideas for challenges in part 2, comment. And that's about it. Peace.